All right, good evening. Yeah, man, welcome to I Am Sure Sports. This is Omar Stennett, and you don't know, excited to be here. Uh, Having a good run today, having a special guest who's going to join us as we look at the 23-man squad selected for the Gold Cup. That is the Jamaican team. Don't worry, I'm trying to find my notes so I can give you all the details. Yeah, man. 23 players selected by the technical committee and the coaches at the GFF for Jamaica to play in the Gold Cup. And so we are going to go through that today, just discussing what are their prospects and, which other player could have been there, which other player should have been there, and why. I'd love to get your feedbacks and your thoughts on that. And so if you think there should be a player, should have been a player included in the squad, please let me know. But that's what we're going to be doing today, looking at the Jamaica Gold Cup squad. We're going to also discuss how far we could go with this squad. Is it the best squad that we have had for a Gold Cup? If no, why not? And if yes, tell me about that as well. Right, so that's what we'll be doing, discussing the Gold Cup. 23 players. Can you believe that? 23. Any surprises? I don't think so. I think all the persons who we expected for the most part, they're given just some of the difficulties that persons were having. And so I believe it is given all the circumstances, it is a reasonably good enough squad, and my expectations are still high in terms of where I expect the team to finish in the Gold Cup. And so, man, come in, let me know what your thoughts are. What are your expectations of Coach Theodore Whitmore with this team? I mean, how far can he take them? Will the support of Paul Hall help him in terms of getting the best out of the present players and this present team? So that's what our discussion will be centered around. So get your list. We had also selected a team, and we have found out, I mean, from my recollection, most of the persons that I selected, they're actually in the team, and I think this is a good team. So well done to the GFF. I know they work diligently, in particular, so that I believe Ravel Morris is now available to play in the Gold Cup, and this is kind of the first full tournament that he will be in for the Jamaica team. And so looking forward to see how he will play. He will have better players around him this time than the friendlies that he has played in. But before we get into the heart of our discussion, let me just introduce you formally and properly. Firstly, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good morning, good night, wherever you are watching from. So just stay tuned and listen to our little jingle in the next minute or so.
I am sure sports. You know me there, I'm coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get the sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know no game play, that me not say it. If me never see no game, me not know who play. For your sports news, better come over here so. For your soccer news, then come over here so. If you don't love sports, still come over here so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crapper players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment, let me know what your thoughts are.
All right, so there you go. Our little jingle right there, right? Yeah, man. So we're going to discuss the 23-man squad selected for the Gold Cup. I also have this evening joining me. I mean, the visuals may not be as good as we expect, but we're going to work with it anyways. We have Coach Javan Parchment runs his own channel called Unseen Sports, and if you have not checked that out, please go over and subscribe to his channel. So let me add him to the stream. Javan, how you doing, man?
I'm here, man. I'm here. Difficulty with the background, getting light and stuff.
Yeah, man. Totally understand. Totally understand, my friend. Yeah, man. Totally understand. Hope we can work out that as a
right now, I'm up on the veranda.
Yeah. Oh, it looking.
So whenever there's a loud noise, I will pause, man. Mute my mic.
Yeah, man. So you know what we want to do today is really go through the selection. You know, the 23 players that have been selected from the pool of 60 for the Gold Cup. Firstly, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on the 23 players? Before we get into specific players, what are your thoughts on all 23? What do you think?
Well, in terms of the young players, I'm disappointed. You know, we only selected 2 young players. I think we could selected at least 4. You know, Lamar Walker, the Maggie, the Norman Campbell, and Paris. Those 4 deserve a chance, you know, to represent Jamaica at the Gold Cup. And when I look at it, this is the best chance for them to do what they should do on the field to win the hearts of the coaches and, you know, Jamaican fans. But because at the end of the day, when this Gold Cup is finished, other players are going to come in to make the team better for the Gold Cup the World Cup qualification.
Yeah.
Right. So, saying that, I think those players could get the opportunity to showcase their skills.
At the Gold Cup. Yeah.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Yeah. In terms of, you know, the old players still, I think we have a chance to win the Gold Cup. I said it on Formula Sports early on. We have a chance.
Yeah, man. Big up Formula Sport as well.
Yeah, big up Formula Sport.
Yeah,
we can win the Gold Cup with the squad. All right. Some people are, you know, have problem with the CDM position and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, my take on it is that once the team play together, defend together, we can win this competition.
Okay, cool. Well, I never really give a lot of credence to the amount of young players. I think I am glad to see McGee and Lamar Walker. I do understand. I would also advocate for Kareem Paris as well, because I think he did well in the league that he has been playing. I don't know sometimes if because a player plays so far away, they may not be as visible to the coach. Then I have to give also the coach and the technical committee the benefit. I like to do that. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt that the coach probably have players. When you look at the position that those guys play, their flexibility in terms of moving, it is a place that we have the most players to choose from. When you look at Norman Campbell's position and Paris's position, truthfully, almost all our young players play in that position. And you'd think, for example, for a Norman Campbell to come in, either a Lamar Walker or a Tyreek McGee would probably have to go out, or a Junior Fleming. You understand me? So the players who they would have to replace, I think, unless maybe I need to ask you this: who would you take out to insert? Say, if Coach Whitmore said to you, Javan, who would you take out and put in Norman Campbell? Yeah, you have to unmute. You have to unmute. Yeah.
I would take out Javan East for Paris, and I would take out the one rough. I would take out Flemings for Norman Campbell.
Fleming. All right. Well, listen, I think Norman Campbell does have he has the potential to be a very good player. But I think the industry of Junior Fleming, who is also, though he's playing in the USL, I'm not sure the league that Norman Campbell is playing in is any higher in terms of quality than where Junior Fleming is. I think he is playing well, and he has normally played well for the national team. I think he had a very outstanding Gold Cup the last time. And so I want to give the coach a benefit of the doubt. But I could understand if say a Javan East was not selected and a Kareem Paris. But again, I get the impression from Coach Whitmore that he loves players who are busy on the field, like
work.
Yeah. I kind of get the feel like his kind of style is players who always running, always pressing, hustling, bustling kind of a player. And I don't find that to be Norman Campbell's style or Kareem Paris' style when I watch them. And maybe those factors probably influenced the decision in terms of who was selected. But outside of that, you're kind of fine with the team?
I think Jaden White should have got an opportunity, over Dylan Barnes. But let's see, maybe it is his time to prove his point in a competition, because Jaden White has proven his point over a long period of time so far as a young goalkeeper. So let's see. I don't know what is the coach's decision on that.
Oh boy, listen, this is a tough one again for me because Jaden White, I think, has a very high ceiling. I think he needs to play some more in the JPL right now and build his confidence. I think the two performances that he had in the recent friendlies, he never convinced me that if Andre Blake goes out, he could come in. From what I saw of Dylan Barnes, maybe in the league when he plays, he doesn't look good. But just the match that he played, though he conceded some goals, in the goal, he looked to me a whole lot better than Jaden White. So I don't know. I can't say I agree with that still, because I think if Jaden White had done well in those friendlies, I think he'd have sealed his position, because I think the only reason why Dylan Barnes is included is because Dwayne Miller has not recovered from his knee injury, because Dwayne Miller was the original person that was selected, and then he was unavailable, and then they called on Dylan Barnes. But
Mannings man.
Yeah,
you're grading Jaden White on the game against USA, right?
and it's not just USA. He came on in the game against Japan as well, and was very suspect.
How many goals scoring him in the Japan game?
No, I'm not talking. That's why I say I'm not talking about the amount of goals conceded. I'm just talking about his confidence in the goal. I mean, he gave away a goal, but the referee just never gave it. I just don't know, if you're talking about the goal. But it went into the goal. But I just, yeah. And go ahead.
Yeah, but in terms of the USA game, remember, that team was a makeshift. You got a makeshift. First, that team would play together. You understand? And then you look at the goal that scored against Jaden White. Which one of them goals could have stopped?
No, that's why I said to you, it's not about the goal. You saw how when the ball came back to Jaden White, he never had any confidence. He never had any confidence, man. And I'm not saying that they must discard him forever. I'm just saying that he needs to use this JPL out here to stamp his class. That's what I want him to do.
He already started already.
Huh?
He started already.
Well, congratulations. That's very good. I want him to have some more. And then the World Cup qualifiers are coming. And I think Coach Whitmore knows what to expect of him, and maybe he's giving Dylan Barnes an opportunity to see him some more
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying.
Dylan Barnes only played for a half,
Right.
really. He only had a half, 45 minutes of game. I don't think that is enough, and I really don't think he made some brilliant saves, and I don't think a lot of the goals that were scored on him, he could have really done a whole lot either.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get back to the squad. So outside of Dylan Barnes, you're okay with the three goalkeepers?
Yeah, I'm okay still with the other two goalkeepers. Blake is our captain, the man of the Gold Cup to me, the goalkeeper of the Gold Cup to me. Performs well every time in the Gold Cup. Yeah. So
Yeah. Peso, Peso. So I see because Low was select or Low was. Let me just respond to this comment. Unseen. Yeah, Peso. Low was selected, but he
uh-huh.
just couldn't make it. He was
He was
unavailable.
selected.
Yeah, man, he was originally part of it, I understand, but he was unavailable, and so that is why he was replaced. It's not like they they didn't choose him. It
Okay.
is that he was chosen as part, but he could not make
Why?
it.
Personal
Um,
reason.
yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it has to do with preseason and the fact that because Swansea is still in the championship, so I don't know if he went on holiday later. I don't know, but I know I don't know what the reasons are. But I know he was part of the of those who would have been selected, and his place was taken by I think Ravel Morris. I think he's the person that Ravel Morris replaced.
Ravel Morris replaced Low.
Yeah, man, that's what it originally was, or his document. But I know that Low was in it, right? I
That's
know that he was
surprising.
in it. Yeah. Fisher, for Brown. Yeah, I think Brown deserves a look. Um, I think Javan Brown, he deserves a look. Um, yeah, but what can I say? I agree with that. And Argyle for East. I mean, I'm not. I don't think it makes like. I think both of them are similar kind of players, Peso. So I'm not sure. Um, yeah. So I am not. I am not. I am not sure. Um, no, this is I am sure sports. I don't know if Argyle are East. What do you think? What do you think? Unseen. Do you think
About
Argyle or East? There's any difference with any of them?
Argyle and East.
Yeah.
I told them work hard. They work hard on the field, and I think
Yeah.
based on how East is performing in his league, that's why he gets the opportunity, scoring goals in one of the top striker in Costa Rica. So I
Yeah.
think that's one of the reasons why. And remember, we have Costa Rica in our group, and he's rated as one of the best striker over there. So I think that's one of the reasons why Whitmore give him a chance, and also comes down to the selection who is available also. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about art. Yeah. And then Pesa is saying that listen, Pesa, we're not in no contention. You don't know. You have to understand this. What you mean that the man them choose them pre-season with club of a country? Of course. The Eastern Pinnacles just promoted to the championship, to the Premier League. Yeah, at a time. That's good. He had a long season. I don't have a problem. There are times when Leon Bailey may have to up to do things. We just had several of our players, the locally born players, who made decisions like that, and they call it personal reasons. So we can't. We have to have one. We have a one standard. If a man born in Jamaica can take personal time, then a man in England, it don't make a difference. Yeah. And I think it's preseason. Brentford just promoted. He's one of the leaders in the Brentford side. Sometimes these things you have to do with renegotiating your contract because now you're in the Premier League and all of that. Right? And see what you think about that, because somebody's saying that they chose preseason with club of a country.
Well, you have to understand the players in the championship who is going to the morning the
Premier League.
Premier League. You have to understand them in terms of no, it is first time going to a Premier League, going in the Premier League. So I think that is more important to him at this moment. You understand? For me personally, it will be more important for me, going into Premier League because that's where I get paid more money from, and I will put more interest in that, cement my spot there, and then after that I will take it from there for country. So I think that is one of the reasons he's looking at the moment.
Yeah. All right. So we looked at the
But
goalkeeper. Oh God.
he's so easy to get replaced. You have to always
I'm
remember.
telling you. I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so easy. So him have to
Especially
put in
because you're just getting promoted,
right.
and
So
they
it's
couldn't
so
bring.
easy to replace. Look at Hector. So easily replaced.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So he must be up to par, ready, so he must put in the work.
Yeah.
But I think, it have a flip side to it. If he played for Jamaica and played well, maybe he would get a bigger contract at a bigger club.
Well, that is true, but you have the World Cup qualifiers coming up. But I think we also have good defenders. What are your thoughts on the crop of defenders from centre backs to right
My
and left
my
back? Yeah.
my problem I have is with Fisher and Hector. I think if Hector plays CDM, we're gonna be in problem. But if he plays centre back, we're okay. But Fisher,
Okay.
I think Fisher didn't prove to me that he wants to be in the squad. I think Brown, Javan Brown should have get that opportunity. You understand? And I also think that Whitmore should have you know that that young Indian fellow from Whitehouse, drilling him through the COVID time, getting him up to
What
par.
a
But
Ricardo Thomas?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, that young player he has potential, but I guess that's how it is now.
Yeah, I'm concerned at our right back because I know Alvas, just I don't know how much play time he has at Portland Timbers
Right?
because that's where he has recent. That's where no
No, not Portland Timber.
Philadelphia,
Philadelphia with
right?
Corey
Andre
Burke.
Blake and Corabor.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how much game time he has. And I'm concerned that we don't have enough cover at right back unless part of the plan is to use Adrian Mariappa as a
Right.
right back, depending on what we want to get out of a game. But I don't see Fisher like as a replacement for Alva. So I'm kind of it's one of those selections that I have questions. Yeah, and someone is saying that Thomas from Waterhouse is a left back, not a right back. So that would, but Javian Brown should have been. I think he could have been selected as cover for Alvas. I think that would have been a better selection over O'Neill Fisher. But listen, this is what tournaments are for. Maybe he goes there and he impresses. You understand me? But that's the one area of concern that I have with this team. In the two areas, the central defensive midfielder and the right back. Those are the two areas. It's been a while since I've seen Alvas. What are your thoughts?
Repeat that question.
No, I'm saying that CDM and right back are the areas where I have concerns in terms of the team.
Yes. Well. As I said before, people say that we have CDM problem, but if you look at the team, we don't have a right and out CDM. So at the end of the day, we have to play without a right and out CDM. And if you look back on the match against Saudi Arabia, we played without a right and out CDM, right? And we did well in the second game. We could have scored more goals and stuff. And that same squad is together in the Gold Cup right now as we speak. So what we should do is to press as a team, press the ball as a team. If we try to defend and play a low block, we're going to in problem because we don't have that man in the middle who is going to rough up, unless they're gonna put low there, and him say him now put low there again. So you understand me? So
Yeah.
the best way to play with this team is to press. Press and try to make the opponent lose the ball as quick as possible.
Yeah. Yes. Because my thing is, could Hector actually do well? Because now he will have like ball handlers in the midfield. He will have like Daniel Johnson, Ravel Morris. You understand me? A Bobby Reed possibly. Could it be that this is what he has always wanted to be effective in that role, so that his primary job is to break up tackles, and he doesn't have to be concerned with, you know, transition in terms of passes from defense, but just to win the ball and lay one of these guys. Yeah. Could that be one of the reasons? I see a question here. Why not call up Kevin Stewart? He got his passport. You see, this is the thing. Did Kevin Stewart actually get his passport by the time the squad was like, 'cause the squads had to go in today, and I don't know. From what I've heard, he
Man, give me a second. Let me get
yeah, man.
current.
Yeah. From from DJ Liverpool, Remain. Yeah, from what I have heard, he has not gotten his passport yet, unless you have some other information. And this is part of the thing I think could have been good. That the at the selection of the team, it would have been good if they stated like some of these players don't have their documentation yet, and so this is why this person was not selected. But from what I've heard, he has not received his passport yet. Because I would not want to believe that he's available, has his passport, and available for selection as a CDM, and he is not selected. So can't verify it. You understand me? But I doubt it. I doubt that, knowing the deficiency we have in the CDM role, why we wouldn't select Kevin Stewart if he has his documentation. I think that is part of the thing. Maybe what the technical committee need to do is to do a press conference, really, to explain some of the omissions from the team, and kind of, let the people know, let the public know that they will be ready for the World Cup campaign. I think that would be very good, DJ Liverpool. But I want to believe that if he had his documentation, was available for selection, he would have been selected. But like I was saying, Unseen Sport, could it be that, is it possible that we'll see the best of Michael Hector because of the supporting cast around him?
Well, that is one of the things. Whenever Hector plays with good people around him, he plays well. But he has a time when he makes some unnecessary mistake that can cost us the game. So when I look at when he plays centre back, he makes less mistakes than in the CDM position, right? Because of his slow reaction when he plays CDM. He tends to make bad short passes, and that is one of the things that I am, against when you play in that critical position. You have to be precise and quick and, able to play that ball properly. You understand? So I think I personally, I am hurt, when he did such thing against Mexico. And I can't forgive him. I can't forgive him. But I will give him opportunity in the centre back position.
In the centre back. Listen, if he's going to make mistake, I'd rather he make them in midfield.
But his mistake in the midfield is when, we are under penetration. We are under serious pressure, serious pressing. That's when he
Yeah.
made mistakes.
And this is a good suggestion from DJ Liverpool, because one of the things that could be done is, depending on how the game is going, it is possible to play Bobby Ravel and Daniel DJ in midfield, to kind of again, it will be, because none of these guys really tackle a whole lot. I don't know their ball winning ability, so that could be a problem there as well. But to this comment, all right, so having a passport is different from a visa, right? So Ravel has his Jamaican passport, I believe, and so what he needs is a visa, which is easier to work through than the process for getting the passport. So if and I think, like, the situation with Ravel in terms of what was required for him to be in the States was a little bit different than the situation with the Kevin Stewart and some of the other players who don't have their documentation. So one needing a passport, one needing a visa is two different. It's kind of two different things to look at. But the good thing is that I believe that some of the players will have the opportunity to prove themselves, because this is, for some of them, it is their last opportunity to impress Coach Whitmore, to be a part of the World Cup qualifiers. And like I said, it's still a good squad. We can win the Gold Cup. The USA is using primarily MLS players. Not saying that they are not good, but I think we go into this Gold Cup with a more experienced team, because a lot of these guys were part of the last Gold Cup squad that we had, and they performed well. And so we are expecting no less, right? Going into this Gold Cup. In fact, I'll be disappointed if we don't get back to the finals again. I mean, we should not be struggling to get out of our zone. And so my expectations are that we will get to the finals. I think Paul Hall being along with Whitmore will also help Coach Theodore Whitmore. I know everybody don't like his style, but at the end of the day, I keep telling people, when you speak about Coach Whitmore, you have to give him credit, because he keeps getting the results. Though we all admit that he has never had the best crop of players at all times. And that is true, DJ Liverpool. The persons who have replaced Hector in that midfield, they have not looked as good as Hector. And look how bad Hector has been in some games. So that's a next thing that we really need to look at. The other players really impressed? I don't think they have impressed. I don't think so. Yeah, man, respect Formula Sports. Yeah, we done seen Sport told me he was on your thing. My 11, Blake. This is Travis. Your 11, Blake, Low Moore, Taxi Alvas, Hector, DJ Ravel, Bobby Reed, LB9, and Bowser. Good 11. Good 11. That's a very good 11. I think most people would go with that 11. But what about Corey Burke? Because Corey Burke is on fire, Hey, I have to get some of these gurus here joining me, You know who we call guru, like Coach's Desk, big up on Formula Sport. You understand me? Big up the man. You understand me? So you guys have some time, just jump in, because I never really do one of these things. So now that you guys are here, I'm going to send you so you can come on. Yeah, man, come in and join me, and let's just discuss. I like that 11, but let me just say this: the team selected the 23, I believe, is the best from the players available. except, like I said, there could have been space for Kareem Paris and a Norman Campbell, but I think the industry of Javan East, I think again, Coach Whitmore likes that. Somebody just put a 11 out there, unseen. What are your thoughts?
Well, my 11. You want my 11?
Yeah, what your 11 would be?
All right, my 11 would be, Damian Lowe, Andre Blake in the goal first. Would have Moore. I would have Low partnering with him. I would have Alvas Powell and Taxi Lawrence. In the middle, I would have DJ Hector. Although I thought against it, but when I look on it, I would like to go with a defensive minded D mid with a attacking minded D mid also, and then I'll go with like Ravel Morrison the attacking. Then I will go with Leon Bailey on the left side. I will go with Flemings on the Blair Turgot first. Blair Turgot on the right. I will go with Shamar Nicholson and Corey Burke up top.
Hold on. Yes, hold on. You have to go back. You have to go back over that team. All right. So the defense line we get Andre Blake in goal. Let's go right. Andre Blake in goal, right?
Right.
Taxi and Liam Moore. Taxi and Alvas. Liam Moore and Lowe in midfield. You're saying Michael DJ Hector. That's 2. And Ravel. That's 3. And who are your top 3? Bobby Reed.
My top 3 is Leon Bailey.
Bobby Reed not in there?
My top 3 is Leon Bailey. Why? Yeah, Bobby Reed and Bowser.
All right, that's why I asked you again because you didn't have Bobby Reed in there, because you used 4-3-3. But here's the thing, though. For some reason, I think Coach Whitmore is going to play kind of the 4-3-3, but he's going to play 4-2-3-1. I think that is what he's probably going to deploy in the game. And if he's doing that, I would use Corey Burke right now. So I agree. I'd probably go with Corey Burke because he's on form and he's doing well. Just probably for the first game. So I would say Hector and DJ sit right there. I'd put Ravel at top with Leon and Bobby Reed and Corey Burke up front. So it is the same team, but I wouldn't play 4-3-3. I would play 4-2-3-1. Yeah, that is the team I'd use. I see somebody say Max Lowe, Moore, Taxi, DJ, Hector, Ravel, Leon, Bobby, Corey. Yeah, so that means this person is excluding Alvas. So I think Mariappa would play, DJ Liverpool would play Mariappa at right back. I don't know if Mariappa is able to give us, what do you think, unseen, all that we need. I mean, going forward. He's very good defensively, but he doesn't give us enough offensively.
It depends. Well, it depends on the formation Whitmore is going to play. If he's using a 3-back system, I think we could play with 3 centre back. That's Moore, Lowe, and Mariappa, and that's where we'll get his chance. But I think, with this team, I don't think he will give us that. I share the same sentiment that you have. I don't think he will give us that attacking, flair that we need from a right back going forward. You understand? And if he does that, we're gonna need cover for him because he can't get back to defend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's I would not deploy 3 at the back because we have not. Because I'm thinking that. Well, they're going to have a camp. So maybe because they're going to have such a lengthy camp before they start, it could. Because changing a formation is not the easiest thing in terms of player role and stuff. And I think they would need some time to learn it. and to be able to execute it well.
But these are professional players.
Yeah. Yeah, DJ. Well, that is true. But how, all right, you coach people, right? And I coach. How easy it is for even professional to adjust to a new formation, and also adjusting to new players, because this is the first time Taxi will be playing with Liam Moore, you know.
That's true.
Liam Moore have never played with Taxi, or if Alva start, or even Andre Blake. I don't think Taxi has ever played with Ravel. And that is, these guys have never played with Ravel either.
Oh, it's only Leon Moore, Dylan Barnes, Corey Burke, who else? Don't play with Ravel.
No, when did Taxi play with Ravel?
Huh?
When did Taxi play with
Taxi play
in
Ravel
Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, in Saudi Arabia. Yeah. You're muted on Scene Sports.
Remember, this is a squad that plays Saudi Arabia, and most of these players play Saudi Arabia in this squad.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, Alvas wasn't there though. Yeah.
So it's a pretty much gel team in the past, play together.
Yeah. One of the things I want to ask you, why was Blair Turgot included in the squad when you have Tyreek McGee out? I mean, who plays, I think, on that side, left-footed player. Lamar Walker, I think, is left-footed as well. Amari Bell plays on the left-footed as well. Is it that the coach is impressed with Blair Turgot, or see him playing? Like, I think that there's a little imbalance in terms of the amount of left-sided players that are in the squad. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, left-sided, Leon Bailey. Blair Turgot is left-footed also.
He plays on the left. He primarily plays on the left, and I think he cuts in and uses what he likes playing on the left side.
Okay, maybe
even in the games that he played on the left. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he plays on the left. Oh, yeah, Lamar Walker is right footer. Yeah, but these guys like playing on the left. They like playing on the left and cutting inside. Almost all of them like doing that.
That's true. Well, I think our left footers are the left foot players are quality players, and they can damage any team. And some Blair Turgot shows that he can kick the ball, and he will kick the ball from anywhere once he get a chance to kick the ball. DJ also win the heart of the Jamaicans by kicking the ball from outside the 18, and this is what Jamaica teams lacks. You understand? Remember, him use him left foot and wrap that ball in the pigeon.
Yeah.
I am sure. Remember that goal?
Beautiful. Yeah. That's his first goal.
Right. For Jamaica. I don't know what happened to Leon Bale in that match, but him get some easy goal to score. But you can see most of the left footers got opportunity in that game to score.
Hey, listen, Leon Bailey. Listen, I saw somebody.
And Javan, he scored that goal with his left foot. Remember?
Yes. I saw Leon Bailey doing some training with Phoenix Academy. Man, looking very, 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 very sharp. Father preparing him well for this Gold Cup. So I'm expecting a whole lot. I'm expecting a whole lot from him.
You have to pause that game there,
Yeah, I'm expecting a whole lot from him in this Gold Cup. Yeah, man. Let me hear this. It's all what the coach needs from his players in attack, and moreover defending. Karumi, here's the thing now. The three at the back formation, it could work depending on how they are able to apply it in the build-up camp. But I think it would be better for the team because so many of these guys played a particular formation at the last Gold Cup. Yeah, I think it would be good if they just work with this and after the Gold Cup, leading into the World Cup qualifier, whatever camps we have, we can look at deploying again the three at the back because we have so many good centre backs. When you think about Ethan Pinnock coming into this team as well, you realize that we'll have several good centre backs. When you have, if Kevin Stewart is ready and in the team, it means that you will also have a Michael Hector who can play centre back. So it's something that can be deployed, which would give Alvas and Taxi a lot more opportunities to go forward. And Taxi Lawrence has been playing well since he has returned to the MLS. And so it is something that can be done.
Right,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how easy it would be to deploy in a tournament. Every system needs training, 3 or 4. Need training, 3 or 4 at the back. True, that is true. Sometimes you have to do that. But I know some coaches will not just go out and play a system unless they have had time to sit down and work things out with their players and all of that. Unless that happen, they are not going to. They don't readily employ or implement a new system, and so yeah, because it's not easy. We think it is easy, It is not. It is not easy at the competitive level, at the professional level. You don't see Marino or one of the big coaches just change and say, all right, let's use a formation that they have never worked with. It is not that easy. And one of these days, I'm hoping I'm going to talk to Mr. Butler again to kind of help us, and probably some other coaches to kind of help us to understand that, because sometimes they make it seem like not a problem. Just play 3 at the back, 5 at the back, 4 at the back. It is not that easy, because some players are not used to playing in a system like that to know what the rules are. What are your thoughts, Javan?
I think Whitmore should have these guys going through the paces in a 3-back system, but it is not that easy to get them playing 3-back and playing it, properly. But it's almost a 2-week training camp, so I think they must have a B. As a coach, I must have a B, a plan B, and a plan A, and also a plan C. So, if we're back against the wall, we have to come out attacking, and attacking mean to come out with less, some of the time, a less defensive type of formation system and more attacking system. So, hence, the coach must implement that, whether he's going to play a 3-4-3, a 3-5-2, you understand, or a 5-3-2, where the winger is going to play the 2 wing backs is going to go up and come back and help to defend. So it's going to be up to him and what he wants. You understand?
Yeah.
Because a fool go to war with one plan,
There you go. Yep, and that is true. I'm not saying it is impossible. I'm not saying it is impossible, Karoom. I am saying that it can work, but I know it will take the coach trusting the system and believing the players are capable of playing it, because not every player is as effective in certain systems. And you see that at the club level. You'll see some players like David Luiz, for example. David Luiz normally play better in a back 3 than he plays in a. You understand me? There are certain players who have a certain level of comfort playing a particular system, and the coach would have to know now if the Liam Moore, the Damian Lowe, and Mariappa, what system they are most comfortable playing in, and what system gets the best out of them. It could be the back 3, and that works, but I know you have to know that the players that you have, both in midfield and in defense, are able to comfortably apply themselves to the system that you're going to use. And you don't just jump and do it without having certainty of that. Yeah, man. You can't have so much plan, man. In unseen, Karumi is saying that you have to have plan A, B, C, or even a F plan.
Well, tree plan is okay, A, B, C, but I don't know what the F plan. That's a failure. That F is a failure. So, you need to have 3 or 4 different plan. You understand? Because things can change in a game, and you must have answer to everything as a coach. That's how
Yeah,
you
which
become. What you saying?
no man, go ahead, go ahead.
So that's how you become a champion. You have to can answer, most of the things that happening out on the pitch because you're seeing it as the coach, and the players, see it late. Players see it, they see it late, and you see it first as a coach because you're watching the game. All right. So when you see it, you have to hack and adjust things quickly as possible for the players to come out victorious or to stop certain things from happening in the game. You understand?
Yeah, yeah,
So
and some of it is not really formation because, like I said, during a game, in the different phases of the game, you can tell a team to play low block, you can tell them to play mid block, you can tell them to high press, you can tell them to listen. Let's just go down the opponent left side. We will. So you can use one particular system, but how you work that system in the different phases of the game can change. You
right,
understand me? So I
right.
can play a 4-3-3, but I will say, listen, Alvas, we are for the first 15 or 20 minutes of the game. Listen, let's see if we can have taxi going down the left, right? And you kind of you understand me? You come inside and we just keep that
Yeah, and
same,
that's the system.
and that is a system that works within a formation.
Where it is now, yeah, we didn't have formation.
There you go. You could also, you understand me? You could say, listen, all right, DJ, listen, we are down one, so let Hector alone sit. You understand me? You push forward, but it is the same formation that you have, but how they work within the formation, and maybe that is where the coach needs to be a little bit more flexible in terms of how he deploys his players within the formation that he has. Yep.
Right, right.
Yeah.
He needs to be flexible in that. To me, he just has one system. It's a defensive system, and he focus on counter attack. That's what I think we more do mostly. But sometimes it comes down to the team you have, the players selected, and you have to try to do your best as possible, else you're going to get fired.
Yeah. I don't think he can go into this. Listen, with the players that he has, if you look at most people starting 11, with Ravel Morris, Bobby Reed, Leon Bailey, Daniel Johnson, you're not going to play counter attack football. You may catch team on the counter, but
You're not going to focus on counter attack.
yeah, you can't use those players and play like counter football because it don't allow them to be their best. But if you were to rate the squad, right,
Yes.
out of Javan, Unseen Sport, out of 10, how would you rate it? I mean, you want to rate it in terms of goalkeeping, defenders, midfielders, forwards, or you want to give one overall rating?
I would rate it. I would rate it based on the other teams in terms of
Yes.
USA, the Mexico. Based on what I see, Mexico has a quality team, but USA team is basically an MLS team.
Yeah.
Jamaica, those are the top guns. Jamaica team is better than the team that went to the finals the last time or the semi-final. This team now is better than that, so I'll give them a 8.
8 out of 10.
Right.
All right, people in the comment section, what do you think? How would you rate this team? I mean, yeah, Javan give them an 8 out of 10.
Right.
When I look at the pool of defenders that we have, especially at the center back, I look at the creative players that we have, and we have one of the top goal. I think we have the top goalkeeper in the MLS right now. And I say when I look at the other teams, I'm going to give them an 8.5 because anything for me less than I would say final, or if we get knocked out by Mexico at the semi-final. Anything else to me would be failure. Or let me not say failure, but below par performance. I don't know if my expectations are too high.
That's the same for me. Anything below a semi-final spot is a failure.
Yeah, and if you go semi-final, get knocked out by Mexico. All right. Boy, Drastic Seymour really drastic, yeah, man. The man says 6 out of 10.
Drastic bad.
Oh, jeez.
His favorite didn't get selected, that's why.
Who is his favorite?
I don't know, ask him.
Who is your favorite, Drastic? Because 6 out of 10, 3 teams won Gold Cup. Mexico, USA, Canada. Time, so we need to add that. Yekaru, that's what I'm saying, that I think anything less than going to the finals, unless we get knocked out by Mexico at the semis, is failure. Because I believe if we play US in the semi, we are supposed to beat them. This
Right.
if we can't beat this USA squad, we're gonna
Don't
have
make
problems in World Cup qualifying. I'm telling you.
That's true.
They're playing with less than, I mean, they could bring in 7 other good players. Tyler Adams and Pulisic and all of these guys are not in this team. We are supposed to beat this USA team, given the group of players that we have, given the fact that most of them have played together. They have also gone to the Gold Cup. And we're having such a long camp. I think this is probably the first time we're having such a long camp before our opening Gold Cup game. Kudos to the GFF, because that's a big deal.
That's all of the players supposed to be ready tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 2nd.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be leaving on Saturday. Everybody. So, JFF, money tall. Almost a 2 weeks camp. Whenever we heard about
maybe it's not necessarily JFF, it's Kankaka.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they have to be in a bubble.
Right. So it's not really JFF.
Okay.
Kankaka paying for the reservation.
Could be. But Drastic Seymour, you have to give us reasons why you rate this team 6 out of 10. But which player are you looking to really, you know what, this is the one Jamaican I really want to see how this player play. I think he's going to impress us at this Gold Cup. Anzin.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So which player on the Jamaican team you look at and you say, you know what, I'm really looking forward to seeing this player because I'm expecting a whole lot from this particular player?
Well, I need Leon Bailey to start to find his footing, dominate. But I think it's the best time for him now because he's not injured. No, he's ready, he's training, scoring some goal, with Butler over there at the center training. And it's just for him to get the right footing. And you can see when he played previous Gold Cups, he assists.
He has had one Gold Cup, man. Only one.
Yeah. Previous Gold Cup, one.
Yeah.
He was injured, coming off an injury, and he didn't play bad, but didn't play up to his full potential. But he's fresh now and ready, and he also thinks that he can win the Gold Cup. And once we have one of our best players thinking that way, sky is the limit. That means he's going to go there and perform. So right now, I'm sorry for the defenders from the other teams.
Yeah, well, Leon Bailey is my baller, and I believe this is going to be his best performances for Jamaica. I think for the first time, you're going to see him. I believe that he's going to basically listen, too much bad press. I need to do something to show Jamaica that we can go to the World Cup.
Right.
Yeah, you understand me? It's almost like putting a new face on our football. I think he's going into this World Cup with that on his mind. And also, for some reason, I think this is audition for him as well. In terms of there may be stuff in the pipeline in terms of transfers, and you understand me, or even
Right.
if he's staying at Leverkusen, but he wants to perform so that those who are watching can see that this guy is no joke. And I think other players that kind, I like Tyreek McGee. I think he's one of those players. I think if given an opportunity, he needs to put up some stellar performances so that he couldn't get a good contract. I've seen him training. He has put on some weight, and it is one of those youngsters that um, I'd really, just for his career's sake, have some good performances
Right.
and get an opportunity to see what he really, because there are some great reviews about him, and I don't think he has been given enough time in the national colors,
Right. That's true.
to be
With
fair to
more
him.
with the youngsters in the national team, they don't really get a lot of time. They get like 50 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and that's it. So, or maybe a one, maybe you can consider a 60-minute game, a 60 minute, a one game. Um, but that is not enough for these young players. They need more time, because young players tend to, take time to jelly in with the team and stuff like that. And Maggie, as you talk about Maggie is a special one. You hear Robert Morrison talk about it, and Leon Bailey also talk about him too also. And he's a special one. And I think if he gets his chance, he will do well. I want also with him now. I want him to kick the ball. Once he's kicking that ball, when you get him chance, let him kick the ball from out of the 18-yard box. You don't know where that ball might end up, in the back of the net.
Yeah,
You understand me? I am sure.
yeah,
So that is what
totally.
he needs to do: score some goal. And if he scores some goals, he's performing.
Yeah, yeah,
Make some
yeah,
brilliant pass, and he's performing.
yeah,
In
yeah,
the
man.
Saudi Arabia game, you get the opportunity to kick the ball in the goal and didn't kick it.
Yep. One player I know that if he gets the opportunity to kick the ball, he's going to kick it is Lamar Walker,
Right.
because I've been watching him in the USL. But who you think is like further ahead in terms of their footballing career, McGee or Lamar Walker?
Well, for me, Maggie is further ahead because when you go in Europe, you move up faster than in the MLS or in the USL. I see a trend in US that once you go there, it's kind of difficult for you to break away from there to Europe.
It is a
Um,
unit. No man, you don't know the name of that league,
what
eh? United Stock League, man.
United
Stock League.
Stock League, right?
Yeah, when you go there, you're stuck.
Right. You're Friday me.
Yeah, when you go there, you're stuck. You don't move, man. It is a stock league. If you want your career stock, that's where you go.
Maybe the money nice.
Well, I don't know, but Drastic Seymour is saying, look, the team don't have a proper CM plus 5 other players. All right, give the JFF credit where they're due. If we don't beat USA convincingly, we are in trouble. I am telling you. All right, so you're saying that. Listen, remember, the players the players can only go if the players are available and have the proper documentation. I know that Gray paperwork is being sorted out, so he could not have gone. All right. Antonio is the same thing from what I've heard. Low, I don't want to say personal reasons, but other things why he's not there. And same thing with Pinnock. Pinnock has preseason. So when you look at all the other players available, then it is not fair to give them a six still, because you have Leon Bailey, you have this is a good get this. You have Andre Blake, you have um Kemar Lawrence, Corey Burke. We have some good players in this squad. We have good players in this squad, man. Drastic
Yeah, we have
Seymour.
good. We have quality players. Mannings, man. You know,
Yeah.
because when you look at the game again, so Saudi Arabia is we won 2-1. That's our best match we played. It and the Serbia game was our best match. You understand? And the players that played the Saudi Arabia game, most of them are in the squad.
Yeah, there's none missing. All of them. Who is missing from the Saudi Arabia game?
Norman Campbell and Paris.
Oh yeah. That they played in the first game.
Right. Norman
Yeah,
Campbell playing the second game also.
he came on
Norman Campbell start in the second game.
in the second. Yeah. True. Yeah,
And he didn't play bad neither. He played well to
yeah.
me.
And he scored his first goal. I'm wondering if, like, that's what I'm saying. This is where now I would love to hear from the JFF. Like, is it that he wasn't selected for this, or it is club? You understand me? What are the reasons why a Norman Campbell um, wasn't selected? Is it because we select it? Because sometimes it could come down to Michael Campbell or Norman Campbell or Tyreek McGee
Oh, I don't think so. It's different position.
or Lamar Walker. Could it
Different
be?
position.
Yeah, but don't.
What position Lamar Walker play?
He plays more well in the USL. I've seen he always drifts out to the left, cuts back inside, and kick off his right.
So what's his primary position? What is best position?
I think at Clarendon College he played attacking mid,
Right. Right. And
and
what is
Norman Campbell plays on the flank.
right?
But Paris plays on the flank, you know. Paris is a flank player, you know. He plays on the flank as well.
Right. But Paris can play left and right.
Yeah.
Norman Campbell also can play left and right.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think and I also believe on seeing sports that Paul Hall, the addition of Paul Hall, do you think that, well, let me ask you, do you think the addition of Paul Hall to the coaching staff will enhance our performance at the Gold Cup?
Based on what he said when on TVJ, he will come and assist with more. He will communicate well with the over
Media,
the media, with the
overseas, the
the English
English
based
born players.
players.
Yeah.
And also will, remind them about how hard it was to go to the World Cup and the work that they must put in. Right? Now, for you as a coach, as a former player, to talk to players in that way, you know, it's going to have one, motivation. Two, it's going to, build their mental capacity will get better in terms of a winning mentality. You'll get stronger mentally. You understand? So I think it's a good addition, and he will come with lot of coaching experience also, a new style of play, a new things to teach them, some easier way how to do things on the pitch and stuff like that. So with Paul Hall, remember Paul Hall is attacking player also, so he will have. We must see some improvement attacking wise. So if we're not seeing any improvement attacking wise, it's basically he's not doing his job.
Well, but Whitmore is an attacking player as well, but we don't see that in his
No,
coaching
but
style.
Whitmore is an attacking player, but he's defensive minded
He's different in his coaching, which.
coaching.
But I'm saying that is what I'm saying. I need to see Paul Hall to see what is his style.
But
But
if you watch Paul Hall team when I'm coaching, the under 23 team, they're attacking. If you do a research on them, they're attacking.
Queen's Bar,
Yeah, yes. The under 23.
the under 23. Okay.
It's attacking. You understand? So basically, I think he will come with his natural, style, attacking, and Jamaica should do, better there.
Yeah.
I think
But
we have players that can break the press, and US don't have the players that can press us like how they did in the practice game. They don't have a player that can press us.
Regine, why we gone to USA? We have to focus on our zone, you know. Our zone is not easy, you know.
So easy
Because
in our zone to beat us.
I think Costa Rica is probably the only team that can probably beat us.
with some old player.
Yeah, that is the thing I'm concerned about because even what's the name, Curacao and Suriname, those teams are very old teams. I keep telling people and they have most of their teams are like 30 year old. You know, I for some reason I think, and this is what I'm happening. A lot of the teams like Costa Rica, Panama, those teams have not transitioned to a new generation of players.
Right.
And so I think that is why I give Jamaica the edge. I am expecting. So if I look at this team, I could say when we went to the Gold Cup with these guys last time, they were young. They are more
Right.
mature now. So a whole lot is on them now. And this is why
Right.
I'm saying that Leon Bailey is going to have, this is going to be the best Jamaica has seen of Leon Bailey in the national colors.
Right.
I hope they start, the GFF start, set up him jersey sales and all of that because I think this is going to be a major tournament for him.
You know what would be, bigger for this team if COVID wasn't here and it had the same structure like the last time, where they would play in the office. You remember?
Oh, the first game, that
I
first game.
remember that first game against Honduras
Yeah,
in
man.
Jamaica. And you
Yeah,
can see
I was
Jamaica.
there.
You can see that Jamaica team is not fit. I remember they didn't get the time period to train, and it was a team that
Yeah,
was
they kind of look
unfit.
out of sorts as well because
Right.
you could see
And
that
look
some.
at that team with those players, those quality players together with Leon Bailey. Look what Leon Bailey done in that game. A simple pass to what him name from Coronel College. What him name?
Peter Lee Vassell.
Peter Lee Bass kick it on the goal. You understand? When Leon Bailey catch the ball, I can see the difference in terms of quality, on the pitch. You understand? Andre Blake was, Andre Blake was so good. Yeah, Bowser came on and made the crowd go wild. You
Uh,
remember?
yeah, man, but you know what I'm wondering? This is since Shamar came back from his club early in the summer, has he been playing any football or training?
He must have been training, morning session.
Okay, because that's what I'm wondering about. But let me answer this. Drastic Seymour, let me tell you this. Listen, with professional players, if you're gonna have a 10-day camp, chemistry is easy. I'm telling you, chemistry is the easiest part to build. And let me say it again. A lot of these players played in the last Gold Cup together. The
Right.
majority of the teams. So I
And
don't.
then played together before.
Yeah, so and they played in Saudi Arabia, and they were talking about the vibes and all of that. Though there were some GFF issues, so I don't think chemistry is going to be a problem. What I will say is, imagine. All right, look at this. Right, USA is using a completely, yes, a completely new squad. When compared to their Nation League squad that played against Mexico. If Jamaica did that, we'll complain.
True. Of course.
Would quarrel. So they are using a completely different squad. But I don't think they're going to have chemistry issues because all of these players play in the MLS.
True.
They know each other and it don't take long. You're 10 days together. Listen, if you look at even corner league football, you play for a corner league team this week, you don't go back until the next week, and in no time, everybody know how each other play.
True.
It's not so hard to develop chemistry when you have quality players.
And you have a 10-day camp.
And you have a 10-day camp.
So basically, the coach, have a mantle. He make sure, find out what Paul have in mind, what he wants to put in place. Also, what new system, what plan B. I think him having plan A already. His plan A is normally, defense.
Karoom say must have a plan F2,
Yes, his plan A is normally defense and counter attack and stuff. I think his plan B now, or maybe he's gonna change that to his plan A, is to play attacking and pressing, team press.
Leonardo Clark. I think Ravel is. Listen, all right. I don't. All right. So like I can only speak to because I don't know all the details. But I am the squad, the 23-man squad selected today. To cut today is the first. Isn't that supposed to be submitted to the Gold Cup registration? So I don't think they would have added Ravel and named him in it if he cannot go to the Gold Cup.
That's
Right?
true.
They couldn't because they could have kept him in the pool and named somebody else if he can't. And you understand me? So I don't think they would. I think whatever was holding up the process is done.
It's sorted out.
It's sorted out. And so, no, as it relates to law, all I can say is, from my understanding, it was law's it was law's choice and not so much. You understand me? In other words, he had other things. That's what I've heard. I don't know. You could be right, but I don't think it was okay. Ravel is ready. Who can we get out? Let's get out Low. It couldn't be that because Low played for Jamaica once, don't it? And he
Right.
was. You could argue that he was a man of the match.
Right.
In basically a pickup game because this was a USA game, never had much time to prepare. He actually came in late into the team because he was not even an original part of it. He came
Right.
in, he did well. Why would he do well? They have always wanted him, but he had the championship final when they were going to Japan, couldn't make it for whatever reason. Why would they now just? I don't think so. You understand me? I just think other things are in play. Why?
Well, it's I think JFF, I think the press officer should come out and tell nation what is happening in terms
There
of
you go.
selection.
This is what I'd say. So, Mr. Earl Bailey, do a press conference, man. Do a Zoom thing or something, and just say, listen. All right. Some of the players, you don't have to give him a name. You could say like some of the players who have not been selected, we're still processing their documentations for the World Cup qualifiers, and so let people know. Because when people don't know, they bring up all kind of things. I wouldn't, yeah. But Mark Chambers, I wouldn't say that chemistry is overrated.
Or they will say, I think you can say that the coach go for players that are more gelled together. Previously you have seen the Saudi Arabia game and those players played well. So the coach decided to take these players and build that chemistry with them, and then they will add the other players from England in the World Cup qualification.
The World Cup qualification, yeah.
World Cup qualification, yeah.
Yeah. So chemistry, like, let me just respond to Mark Chambers. So chemistry, I think there's a place for chemistry. But it is not the highest priority when you get to the best footballer. Listen, I could take if I get Mbappe, Ronaldo, and Messi, Kante, in midfield. You understand me? I have Manuel Neuer in goal. Let me find some other. And listen, without chemistry, I could do well. Could add Al Neymar to that. So sometimes I understand you, but it is at the professional level, there's not a great need for chemistry as some of us make it. But no, I'm not saying that Jamal don't have his passport, Leonard, I'm not saying he doesn't. All I'm saying though is that could it be that Jamal Lowe opted not to travel to the Gold Cup? And I'm saying because we don't know that, because he could have chosen that option to say, listen, I'm unavailable for personal reasons.
Maybe I'm sick, the COVID, something.
Yeah. So unless we know, we can't. I don't want to think like they just kicked him out of the squad basically and take somebody else because they didn't want him. But there could be other factors that are associated with that. Yeah, man. But like I said, coach, looking forward to us winning the competition. are advancing to the semifinals
Right.
at least.
As I said on Formula Sports, I am saying that we will win this competition. My bet is on Jamaica lifting that trophy and collecting that prize money, that US money. You can't say me never say it, and if me win it, you deserve to give me a prize. Yeah.
All right. Well, my thing for this is that Leon Bailey is going to have his best time wearing the national colors.
Ravel Morris now also.
But you know, I'm still very sketchy about Rafael Morris's physical conditioning. I don't know. I'm hoping that the 10-day camp will help him to get into good physical conditioning.
Yeah,
But I am
he will partner with Bobby Reed, Maggie, you know. So
I don't know. I don't know. I I would have thought that he probably would have stayed up by Phoenix with Leon and trained instead of maybe he's training in England. I don't know. But
who?
Ravel,
Ravel. But
yeah.
he's in Jamaica, and him and Paula came to Jamaica yesterday.
Yeah, but yeah, that's yesterday and they're leaving on Saturday. I'm saying that
Right.
when the team was coming back from Japan, I was wondering why he didn't come to Jamaica and just do some training up by the Captain Horaceburg Center. But maybe he has a training regime in the US. But if Ravel is 90% fit, I expect Jamaica to win the Gold Cup. Because Leon is fit.
90% fit.
Yeah.
90% fit. Fitness is not so. Boy, that fitness is not so easy to get, not so quick, you know.
Well, I don't know what percentage he's at right now.
But his playing mentality will make him look like him fit, you know. Because in a game, them, you know, when him play, you know, you can see that,
He
you know,
manages his.
he's manages well.
Yeah.
You understand? And you have to look at the opponents we're going to go up against. You understand? So they won't be like, for maybe Costa Rica will give us a run for our money. So I think we need a fit. The percentage in terms of fitness should be the players that going out there. The high percentage of fitness should be the players that going out to face Costa Rica. Meaning
Yeah.
they should be, you know, fit over 60% fit or 70% fit. You understand? But you just remember that this Gold Cup team won't be, you know, fit for the first game. And which team we're going to play first?
Forget it. Is it one of those Central American teams? You know, I think the qualifiers are going to be starting tomorrow to determine which one of them we're going to play. To join.
But Suriname is in our group, right?
Yes.
Suriname and Costa Rica only need one to join.
Right, and so they're going to have the playoffs are going to be going on tomorrow and stuff to determine who is the next team to join Jamaica. Yeah, so you have like El Salvador playing. Well, so right. So let me give you. I can give you. So the official. Our first game will be against Suriname. All right.
So basically,
And we're really playing Costa Rica last.
so basically, then our first two games supposed to set us, you know, to go to the second round. And if we fail to capitalize on those two first games, well, dog,
Yes.
no more suffer.
Yeah. So if we win the first two games, we are good. We're good to go because we don't play Costa Rica until the last game.
All right. So the two teams supposed to come out of our group is Costa Rica and us. The surprise, maybe Suriname maybe have a surprise for one of us. I don't know.
Suriname. I like people keep talking about Suriname and Curacao. Listen, it's all players. They have a lot of old players. I'm telling you. So you have the preliminary of Haiti and the St. Vincent and the Grenadines They play tomorrow. You have Bermuda playing Barbados tomorrow as well. Trinidad playing Montserrat. Guadeloupe playing Bahamas. Cuba playing French Guyana. And Guatemala playing Guyana. I think we're playing the winner of the Guatemala Guyana game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guatemala, Guyana.
I think that is it. That is the pool that we'll be getting our from. So that's why many people I think were saying Guatemala, that we're gonna play Guatemala because they're probably thinking that yeah that but Guyana have a good little team, and I know one of their footballers, I think their goalkeeper and a couple of others are at Mount Pleasant in the
Right.
Premier League. But I mean
Right.
they're unavailable now because of the Gold Cup.
Right.
Yeah. But like I said, once we should be able to get past those teams, don't it?
Right. We're supposed to with this team. We're supposed to get past them. Not easy, but put in the work and get past them.
Listen, I watch like I said, I watched Suriname. Um I watched Suriname and I'm not impressed with them. I'm not impressed with Curacao and Suriname.
Oh, 80 look.
Hey, you see Haiti. Haiti is a team that I like. I never want Jamaica play Haiti at no time because I always wonder how no league not playing in Haiti and Haiti always have such a good side.
That me I wonder.
But a lot of them play in the French leagues and all of those different kind of league. But listen, just heard. I just got some breaking news from the Jamaica Gleaner on TVJ.
Shakari Richardson.
Yes, is it true?
It's a long time. Well, it's breaking news, so I forgot to hear it again.
Well, I'm telling you, Shakari Richardson failed drug test and could miss the Olympics. Lordy, lordy.
Yo,
I want her to be.
she changed to Justin Gatlin, right?
I don't know. I can't watch that.
That's what I heard.
All I'm saying, I don't even want to go into track and field, but I wanted to go to the Olympics actually to beat her now. So it don't even matter to me.
Even with the drugs, she get beaten.
Yeah, but listen, people in the comment section, what are your expectations? What is your minimum expectation? And then unseen sports and I will close out. What is your minimum expectation of the Gold Cup? The Jamaica team in the Gold Cup, given the squad, given the fact that Paul Hall has been included as part of the coaching staff, and we're going to have a long camp, at least in the first round. The toughest game supposed to be Costa Rica, and they are the last game that we have when we'd have built up some chemistry and some fitness. What are your expectations of the Jamaica national team in the Gold Cup for this year?
You're asking me, are the
Well, you tell me already. You
Yes.
say winning the
Winning
World Cup.
straight.
So I want winning straight. I
because
am saying
we're supposed to get 6 points from those two first games. That would set us straight to the second, to the knockout stage or the quarterfinal stage.
because the quarterfinals is top two from each zone, right?
Right.
Say right, top two from each zone, and then you have and then you have also is Costa Rica, Jamaica, Suriname, and Qatar is in. So top two from each zone, which is 2, 4, 6, 8 teams. Yeah, 8 teams go through to the quarterfinals, and from there in. Yeah. Yep.
Right. So if you check it out for me, if we win the zone, which team we're most likely to play, and if we lose the zone, which team we're most likely.
No, well, if we gonna avoid. If we win this one, we're going to avoid the USA and Mexico, I think, up to the semifinals. I think that is how it is. Once we win the zone.
And if we win, we lose the zone.
And if we lose the zone, I think we could meet one of them in the I think semifinals is where we can meet. How this thing is set up, because I have this on something I need to find it. But how it is set up, we're not going to be meeting any of them until I think in the semifinals, you know.
Okay.
I think that is how it is set up. But I can check and then we can yeah.
But we can't take Costa Rica lately still because you have Joel.
No.
Costa Rica squad look.
Good squad, the regular culprits. No, you can't. No, man, we're not. I could never say take Costa. We're not taking Costa Rica. No, man.
But remember, we beat Costa Rica. The last World Cup. The one went to the final.
All right. So how it works, right? So here of it. It says Jamaica versus Suriname.
Right.
Then Jamaica versus Costa Rica last. Well, no, I only have groups here. I don't have the rest of the fixtures. Leonard Clarkson, top answer my question about Jamal Lowe not picked. Where did he answer it, Jamal? Where did he answer it, Leonard? What was the answer? The man said what me do? Carry him on my back. Hold on there. So Leonard Clark, let me ask you. What you're saying is that you asked Topper and based on your information, it is Jamal Lowe who don't want to go. Oh, on IG. You sure I don't want burn account that? Let me hear what he say right here. I have to tell the man. My bad, sorry. Okay. So there you go. Because maybe the player didn't want to come for whatever reason. I think sometimes and I'm saying that the JFF the JFF get blamed sometimes because of their communication. You understand me? Not because they do things wrong, but sometimes it's just the communication breakdown that causes some of the things. But based on our performance on the previous tournament in the conjunction of the players available, I'm looking for us to reach the finals. Me too. All right. So here, Leonard Clark saying, I'm going to show you. I believe you, you know. The IG thing yourself. Make sure it's not a burner account, though, you know. Make sure that's a burner account. But maybe the player didn't want to come for whatever reason. That's it. And we have to appreciate that, because sometimes we have to understand that after the national team, we have seen many of these players, right? I'm seeing many of these players over the year come and they play a couple of games and never get called back. Imagine if they had like given up on their club careers. That's true. Look at Garrett McCleary. Those guys still playing club football and don't get called. Many players.
Where's Gil Barnes?
All right.
Played well for Jamaica, you know?
Many others. Joby McAnuff, after that last Gold Cup, was never called back. So these players have to ensure that them secure their club football thing, because the national team is not forever. So if a man say, listen, I have to work out my club thing before I can come, then fine. But the coach must decide now if next time we go call the person. But you have to allow the players to make decisions that are in their best interest. If Leon Bailey had to go back to Labour Cruise and to sign a contract and miss the Gold Cup, yep.
Let's find somebody to replace him, but what do?
You see it, Leonard Clark. He call up Jamal Lowe, don't want to play in the Gold Cup like a club. There you go. You see, you have to listen to I Am Sure Sports, you know, Leonard. Because that me tell you, you know, that there are players who they want to play World Cup qualifiers, but they don't want to play the Gold Cup. True. Because it is right in preseason. Because remember, the Premier League restart when? In August. Championship restart in August, you know. People forget that, you know. And we in July. So during the World Cup, a lot of the championship teams will be in pre-season. Leon Moore can do that, you know, because Leon Moore a captain, you know. And I think Amari Bell just changed him club. So it look like him have some leverage. Mariappa have some leverage. Michael Hector have some leverage because Scott Parker leave Fulham and a new coach them have.
Mm-hmm.
But you will realize Blair Turgott plays don't play in England. So what you realize is that a lot of the English players, they're just Ravel Morrison. You realize what is happening, Ravel Morrison unattached. But the players who are in their championship clubs, it's hard for them because championship pre-season, I'm very sure, begins shortly because the championship normally starts before the Premier League, a week before.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Unseen Sport, we're going to close off the show, you know. So talk to the people and tell them about your channel, where they can find you. Encourage them to come over and subscribe to the work that you're doing.
All right, before we talk about that, I would like to talk about the Premier League. Maybe we have to do a show on the Premier League will start.
Oh yeah, man.
It look nice. Everything look good. It does look more professional to me, and I love it.
You watch my video on the Premier League?
I didn't watch your video. I did a video on it. I'm gonna watch it after I finish.
Yeah, man. I saw yours. Listen. So when I have a Premier League show that I do, I will come on and do yours, and you can come on. But I have one that I'm going to do with a couple of coaches. Surprise! I don't call it name, but
what I want to say is that
is one of the team in the league, though. So
it looks better. It looks more organized in terms of the clubs, and they look more professional now. You understand?
Yeah.
Everything look better. The product looks good, and you know.
I wasn't too enthused about the player, though, to be honest.
The what?
The player, the on-field player. I wasn't impressed with some of the games.
I was impressed with Cavalier game though.
Yeah, I was disappointed in Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant has something wrong, you know. As much as they have the money and the foreigners coming down, they have something is wrong in terms of, you know, I think system, or maybe the players they have, something is wrong.
Yeah, man, something needs to be fixed. But what I'll say though is that it is the first week of the league. I think some of the players have not adjusted to the turf. That is going to get better. But I like it. I am very impressed, and I can't wait to see some of the games being played in the National Stadium as well, and a bigger field to see what those will look like.
So where watch the game on? Other from watch it on CVM and Sportsmax.
Where else? Well,
Yes.
that is what that's where I watch it, you know.
Sportsmax.
Yeah, man. Listen, one thing. Listen, it's everything. Everywhere you can get sports, I ensure that because I watch every sports and I watch ice hockey, I watch cornhole championships, I watch every sport. So I have every.
You watch it on the internet?
Eh?
Internet or station?
Well, I have some internet stuff that I use, but for the Premier League, I watch it on Sportsmax and it's on CVM as well. And if you have Fire Stick, you can pick up wherever you are. If you have a Fire Stick and stuff, you can get it on it. But it is on Sportsmax. But CVM is free to your TV.
Show me of the internet. So we just, you know, we're like, normally you just go on a site and watch it.
Oh.
And I think Sportsmax is not free, you know. So you can
So you want to watch the game?
Yes.
No, I don't know. If I figure out something, I'll let you know.
Because normally I watch the schoolboy league. Usually, like, you know, you can go on Sportsmax. I think they have a link. You go and you can get the match to watch. I normally get them to watch on that link. You have to try it out. Yeah, so I have my station, my channel, sorry, Unseen Sports TV people. You can go there and check out a lot of, you know, the races that went on in National Stadium with Shelly and Sharika and Miss Era, Mrs. Era, right? That's Thompson Era. I also do the JPL review and a lot of interview with coaches such as, most of the underrated coaches that people don't really know what are doing good work in the sport. Kavi Meeks, win Ben Francis Cup at Charlie Mount, um, Michael Israel, assistant coach to Kavi Meeks, win Ben Francis Cup at Charlie Mount, Alfredo Monteso, former Jamaica, technical director and assistant coach, went to World Cup, you know, did interview with him. So you can go there, go on my channel, guys, and follow me, subscribe, like, and share, my channel. And without you, my channel can't grow.
Yeah, yeah, man. Respect and thanks for coming on the scene sport. Whenever you want me, I'm over there. Listen, man.
Right.
Like I tell people, like, listen, this is sports, and I do this because I love sport. I didn't even want to do it. As people tell me, just go on and do it, and I do it for fun when I have time, when I feel like, because I play sport. I don't do it for. I do it because I love it, and I know that is your thing because you have a comedy thing that you do as well. You
Yes.
understand me?
Can't
Yeah.
tell them about the comedy too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Yes, people I also have my comedy page on Instagram where you can go and check out. Tag Boss. My name is Tag Boss on Instagram. You can check out my comedy. You will laugh till you cry over there. I have two sides. I have the sports side and the comedy side.
Yeah, man. And listen, we have some big things coming up on I am sure sports as well. Like I said, that tomorrow we're going to do a show reviewing the Premier League again and looking forward to what is going to happen in the future, like for the game coming up over the weekend. You know what the games are for this weekend, or you want me to tell you what the games are in the JPL? Big thing now, the JPL sent out its fixtures. So people, let me give you the fixtures for the JPL for those of you who may not have it right now. So here you go. Humble Lion and Mount Pleasant will be playing the early game on Saturday. So that's Humble Lion FC versus Mount Pleasant FA. All right.
What
Don't
time?
be,
What time?
that is the 1 p.m. game. 1 p.m. game. All right. And then you have Dumby Hole and will be playing against Waterhouse. That's the second game on Saturday. For the Sunday games, you have a 1 o'clock game and a 3:30 game. Tivoli Gardens and it is the Garden Clash. Tivoli Garden versus Arnett Garden. All right.
Big match
And
out.
yeah, big match. Then you also have the second game on the Sunday will be Veer United. Coach Donovan Duki goes up against Coach Ricardo Bibi Gardner. So Veer tied the first game, and they're going up against Portmore, who won. I think the goal of the first round was the goal scored by um, Emilio Russell, I think his name is, from Portmore United. Good goal from around 25 yards out. Very good goal. I
Him
thought
and Atkins goals quality.
Atkinson goal was very good as well. And then Harborview will play against Cavaliers. That is going to be a good game. There'll be a lot of good youngsters.
Cavaliers and Harborview.
Harborview. Yeah, man.
Quality
Good
match
game.
Monday.
Listen, people, this look at you named Atkinson. Yeah, man, watch him. Man look
And,
like our young Kante.
and Chang too. Chang quality.
Yeah, and Chang at Harborview.
Is
Good
that
game
free kick?
still. Yeah, man, good game. Good. It's good. Yeah, man.
Quality.
Good game. Yeah. And
I,
then you know that the other game, because Huey has withdrawn the Mullines United, I think will be an arrest. But you know what surprised me with the Mount Pleasant game is I can't believe 41-year-old Jermaine Johnson around the midfield. What is that, Travis? Jamal Lowe can go on. Boy, I can't say that because I can't, because again it depends on what. Because remember our players said many of them didn't go to Japan for personal reasons. So if other players don't go to the Gold Cup for personal reasons, we have to have the same reasoning and logic. We can't, you understand me? We can't be one-sided in our reasoning. I don't know the details of it, and until the GFF come out and say, listen, we ask him and him decide that him not for. You understand me? But if a man have a good reason, you understand, we have to bear with that. At the end of the day, the man them have them kids to feed and all of them things. Probably a pay mortgage on them house and them car payment, and if they miss out on them club contracts and fees and those things, they're in jeopardy because national football is seasonal, you know, and that goes for those players who play in the major league, the USL or in England. It's a very tough decision because we all want to see the best players, but when a man it comes down to a man, you know, income, he has to make decisions sometimes that are in his best interest, and we have to appreciate that. You understand me? But I want to say again, thank you, Unseen Sports TV. People, if you have not, please, you know, go over and subscribe. I tell people all the while, it doesn't hurt for you to subscribe. You can just subscribe. It takes nothing out of you. Subscribe to whoever you see out there doing work that you like. Subscribe. Give them some support. You know, give them some support. You have Unseen Sport, you have Formula, you have the Coach's Desk. You have so many of these channels out there putting out content. You know, COVID kind of opened up the door. It was a crisis, and some people saw it as an opportunity. You know, yeah. And so, subscribe to his channel. If you have not yet subscribed to I Am Sure Sports, please go and do so right now. We have some Olympian persons who made the Olympic team who will be interviewing over the next couple of weeks. We have a swimmer that will be interviewing, a national swimmer will be interviewing. Some of the other parish presidents in terms of GFF will be having on, and we have some international guests that I can't release those names yet. But thank you again, Unseen Sport. I'm going to take some of these comments as we go. Travis, look like you're mad, man. You're mad with him on them. Watch you know. But if England call them up, they won't make a second guess. Absolutely right. So all I'm saying is that if a man decides for a personal reason, the coach can choose not to call him back. And I am okay with that. But I am not going to question his personal reason. That's all I'm saying. I am saying if he opts not to come, cool. But just know that if a next player perform and the coach don't call you, that's up to you. Which is what some people are saying when some of the other players didn't go to Japan, that if other players came in and performed, they're going to lose them spot, right? And if it's up to Whitmore, man. If Whitmore said, listen, Jamal Low, you got your chance, you declined. So, you know.
The only time we're going to get answer for that question unless Earl Bailey come and talk to us.
Yeah, we need to hear from Earl Bailey. I'm going to try and reach out to him and see if he would come and kind of, you know, give us, without getting into details, because, you know, some of these things sometimes you can't get into all the details. But yeah, listen, this is one of the things, you know, Unseen Sports, I cannot understand how Jamaica can produce more swimmers, you know,
That's
and
true.
divers, you know. Like, I think we should never have Olympic Games and Jamaica don't have swimmers and divers from Jamaica in there.
That's true.
It's a sport that I think it is easy to develop in Jamaica.
Easy, we're natural.
Yeah, much bridges. We have some youth jump off of some bridge, dive off of some bridges in Jamaica.
St. Mary.
All over Jamaica, man, not just St. Mary alone. Much oceans we have.
The St. Mary man, them can swim fast.
Travis, I agree with you. And that is why I want to talk to this swimmer so they can tell us, because more people need to get involved in swimming. If you're Jamaica, you better can swim, you know. So then people they were living in Kingston and St. Andrew, we need to learn to swim. Travis, I hope you can swim it up, brother. You're not just talking about it. But people, thank you so much. Thanks, everyone. Remember, you know, because like I said, we always want to encourage, you know, the Coach's Desk. He has a program. He call it the triple treat, where it goes Friday, Saturdays, and Sundays. You can check that out tomorrow night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. You know, Formula Sport, check out his thing. You have Ryan. You have Unseen Sports. I mean, so many Jamaicans out there, different perspective. Some people cover several sports, some just stick to football, but whatever it is, yeah, go out there and and support the channels, man. All right, bossy. You man say my top swimmer. The last time I see a man come St. Anne and say my top swimmer, Man jump off of the river and nearly drown, so careful, Careful,
It's like Kingstonian.
Yeah, Travis, if you're from Kingston, I work for the people in Kingston and can't swim, You understand me? So careful, Travis. Make sure you can swim. Yeah.
If you can't swim, you can't cross it.
Can't. No, man, Ravel having passport. Ravel issue is not a passport issue, man. Ravel issue is if say a west him live. All right, cool. If you live a west, you can't swim, but be a river there west, man. Be a river at beaches and them things. Yeah. Ravel issue is not a passport issue though. It has never been a passport issue. It is a visa issue. Yeah. All right. So blessings again. Thank you, Unseen. Enjoy the rest of your day, bro. And all the people who joined today, thank you so much for your love and your support. I mean, stay safe, and until we meet again, remain blessed.
Let us wish this team the championship.
Yeah, man. All the best to the team, and all the best to Coach Whitmore and Paul Hall and all the players. LB9, big up yourself, because you don't know when you're in the golden boot in the Gold Cup, you have to autograph the jersey there and say, I am sure sports. See it here, because we tell you a long time. Be a goal and assist in the Gold Cup. Yeah, man. All right. Bless up, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your night.
I am sure sports. You know me there, from coast to coast representing. I mean, I say this is righteous representing for Omar. You don't know, come get your sports over here from near and far. Boy. Me say I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. I am sure sports, one thing me sure about. When me say sure, that me not doubt. Come get your sports, get it over here. Come subscribe, repost and share. If me not sure, that me not say it. Know who score, that me not say it. Never know the game play, that me not say it. If me never seen a game, me no know who play. For your sports news, better come over here, so. For your soccer news, then come over here, so. If you don't love sports, still come over here, so. For the day done, you are gonna love over here, so.
So when it comes on to behavior concerning football, Jamaica is decent. I am sure that if we can get all of these things done, set in place by the end of April, it gives us enough time before the World Cup campaign. Not afraid of no Brazil, no Argentina with these crap of players. We are good enough. Remember to like, subscribe, share. Listen, comment. Let me know what your thoughts are.